Welcome and welcome back to the channel. Wanted to show you the shock update here on Kart 2. This is the Crush. I'm going to do a real quick review about these shocks. They are awesome. I think they improve the handling of the cart probably about 30%. Comfort 10 to 15%. And overall cool wow factor 100%. I mean, look at that cart. That was a KT 196 Coleman I bought from Tractor Supply. Look one up and just look at this cart. And the mods have been pretty limited, nothing real substantial. Just shocks, added the racing seat, painted them, swapped them out for Tillys. And put some stickers on here and just got some great looking carts. Added some bike lights, did some ATV mirrors. All this stuff was pretty cheap on Amazon. But I wanted to show you what I've done as far as engine management. I have added these little mini tacks to the B pillars here. And here's the Goblin. I'll show you. There's the one for the Crush there. And part of what I did for the engine management also is I ended up hooking up the factory kill switches. So now that the dash kill switch works, and that was pretty easy. I ended up watching an old Redbeard's Garage video, about four-year-old video, but basically you take your kill switch line coming from your wiring tunnel, you split that little sleeve, you'll have a blue wire, blue goes to the sky, you put a bullet connector on there, a male end, plug it to the female end coming off of the engine. You take the brown wire, just think of it as brown soil, the ground. You get a terminal end connector, and I just did a self-tapping screw with some Loctite. I'm going to end up putting a spur washer on that probably. But so now the engine management package is done. That's the factory kill switch. Works great. The tachometer lets the driver know. It's got a red light or a red alarm limiter on it. You know, I got to replace this one because I have not turned these on and programmed them, but before I had a nasty belt shred. I smoked a belt pretty bad, and it actually cut my wire because I had it draped just here on the side of the gas tank. So now what I've done is I've moved it along the you only get about 4 feet of wire, but I moved it along the rear part of the roll cage here, came back on the other side of the fuel cap, and then hooked it into this little holder here for the gas vent tube, and then down to the spark plug wire. So I haven't turned them on or programmed them yet. Another thing I've done is, because I've replaced the engine, I've replaced these 30 series torque converters, and I have just replaced both of the drivens. These are Go Power Sports unit, just 30 series Comet red spring. Did both of them. I took the headers off. I broke one of the headers off of Kart 1, jumping it out front. I couldn't find the tubing. I have one over there that's good. I have one over there that's slightly cracked. So in order to make the carts the same, if I put the factory back on one, I went ahead and put it back on the other. And I think I may just go back with the factory muffler for now. I kind of want to detune the carts because I am getting a lot of belt shred. Just trying to get up the heels in the back there. And So, but super happy with these shocks. I mean, kart 2 is just, I mean, with those blue shocks in the rear and the Tilly, and I was contemplating painting the front ones blue also, but I think I like how the white stands out by itself. So, but kill switches work. The rear one still works. You know, you ever have to come up on the driver and kill his engine, you can't reach there in the front. He's rolled over, what I call turtled. Hit the kill in the back. He can hit the kill on the dash. The shocks, man, they're great improvement. These are factory. They were Coleman KT 196s. I bought them at Tractor Supply, and I've made them into what I call coyote carts. Just basically took the bench seat out, put a single seat, high performance motor, you know, beefed up the suspension a little bit, and put some lights on them, some racing stickers, and tell me what you think. Like, subscribe, share. I've had an absolute blast working on these go-karts. I just kind of straightened up the workbench today, and I actually had a little bit of a scare in haste out there at the driveway. I shredded a belt on 2, and I end up stripping the bolt, kind of, sort of, because I used an impact on it, just a little screw gun impact. Well, I end up getting the bolt out, but it messed the threads up, so I had to buy where's it at? This Irwin kit, and I end up just using the taper tap, and it cleaned it up really good. But this set's going to come in handy, and I know not to use the actual impact driver on the clutch bolt. So I was able to get that back on. I've got the clutches dry lube, PB Blaster graphite lube. I've got the front ends tightened up. These mirrors held up during the track trials back there. Also I was hitting some jumps out the front there. That was pretty good. I think I got some air in this one. And now that they're getting buttoned up, you know, getting everything they need to get put on the track back there, I just really need some drivers now. And I'm thinking about when I bought one of these, it was already assembled, and then I bought another one, and I had to take it out of the cage, and I've actually got it there on the side of the barn, and I was going to use it for a shelf. I mean, it's almost like the perfect shelf if you just put some plywood down. And if you ever seen one, you'll know what I'm talking about. Excuse me. And but now I think, honestly, I think I'm gonna try to make like a double-sided stadium jump for it. I'm gonna basically kind of cut it in the middle and make it into more or less a pyramid shape, kind of. And that way you could come up either side of it, get some thick plywood, bolt it down real good. And try to maybe make a double stadium jump. When you come back, down the straightaway up there on the track from either side, I'll have it marked with a big white arrow. The big F-Zero, launch pad. If any of y'all ever played F-Zero, you know what I'm talking about. So that's going to be something come to the track. Another thing, track update. Because I'm getting so much belt shred, I may have to redo the track to accommodate more flatland type racing, more turning and drifting, and less high speed downhill and drifting out down the hills and stuff. And just to accommodate, man, because I'm just I'm eating these belts up left and right, and I think I've got everything lined up and good and lubed and new drivens on them now, and I think we're good to go. So tell me what you think. I'm having a blast with these carts. Again, this is cart 1. This is the Goblin, It's got tillets and 212 stage 1 minus the header. It's got a 3.5-inch lift in the rear, shock upgrade. This is kart 2. This is the crush. It has the same thing on it. Painted by me, decaled by me. I put the seats in them, so I've aptly named them. Now they are Coleman KT 212 Coyote karts. So they're fun to drive. I was kind of worried that the lift in the back would maybe raise the center of gravity, make them more prone to rollover. But man, I'm telling you, they've improved the handling so much that flat, coming out of a straight and having to hit a real kind of sharp 90. Those flat out 90 turns, man, are much more smooth and transitioning now. It seems like I don't know. It seems like the understeer is kind of smoothed out too, and I don't know if maybe that raising the rear has put more of a kind of a angle on the scrub radius on the turn of the tires. But I mean, man, they handle a lot better. Like I said, about 30% better. Comfort, man, they don't jar you and beat you to death like the other ones did. I was the losing the padding on the benches for the hard seat. It kind of toughened it up a little bit, but I think this kind of brung it back and then some. But these are Coleman karts, man, just little kids karts, and I just hot rodded them out and having fun messing with them and driving them, and having a blast with them, learning about them, and like I said, subscribe, share. If you got any advice, give that to me, and comment. And if you don't like it, get a thumbs down. If you like it, thumbs up. And I do appreciate you watching. Thank you for your time, and hope you have a great day.